Hey everybody, Tamara Beatty here, voice and performance coach. I have been thinking a lot about the people that I'm working with when I'm working the sessions. Mostly they're musicians who've been on the road a long time, they've been touring, they've been really working hard towards a goal, they've had to get into the area of business and administration and figuring out strategy and branding. And they've just been kind of on a treadmill of doing. And so this is sort of the world of a professional musician is, one that always begins with a love of music somewhere, a love of singing, right? And actually, I just did a video all about asking the question, why do you sing? Reminding yourself why you do that and coming back to it and looked at different reasons why you might sing and making sure you go back to that reason and implement different things in your daily activities or weekly activities so that you can kind of keep that spark going. And today I want to talk a little bit more about the spark, where it came from, and how to keep that spark going in the midst of maybe consistent trying, practicing, doing, building, marketing, administration, all these sorts of tasks. Some of you might even say what you're experiencing is burnout or hopelessness or that feeling of deflation. It might not happen like all at once all the time, but it might come and go. And so I think if you can always come back to remembering why you sing, which is in that other video, and B, looking at that spark and how can I constantly continue this spark, or what can I do to remember what that spark was and just rediscover my love of music. I think it's very important so that the events of our life don't string together these feelings of deflation into a point of like, oh, I can't remember the last time I sang for love, or I sang for the fun of it, or I sang for the reason that I uncovered in that last video. So this is a little bit more of an exercise-based task. I'd love to throw out a few ideas for you and for you to try them even like a whole week at a time, 7 days in a row. I'm going to try and do one of the following here. So I propose that if you love music and you love singing, somewhere along the way, music sparked you. And so just take a moment and just think, where was that? I actually think mine might have begun with just a trumpet. I received a trumpet, a family heirloom, and it's very special to me. And it just like, I can just remember seeing it and going, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. And I just wanted to touch and play it. And that's what I did. I just started playing it. I figured out how to play for myself. And then my love of music kind of inched into that way and came over into the voice. So it might not even have started with singing. I didn't even think about that till now. But, your story might not start with singing. It could start with having a crush on somebody or, that first time that music, really filled your soul. So try and think about that. And what I'd like to do is propose the idea of either writing down or building a playlist of the following things. So when we're singers, sometimes the music that sparked us may or may not be music that we sang to, like I was just saying. It could be music from an event, etc. And so the first playlist or kind of playlist I want you to write down or go to Spotify or your collection of music and put it together, Amazon, Apple, whatever you use, and write down in your memory from a long time ago, starting from when you were younger, what music did you love listening to that was associated with an event or a memory? A dance, a crush, filling up your soul with happiness when you were really sad, getting out that anger when you were feeling really angry. Did you put a song on? Did you put songs on to like pump you up? Or do something that made you sort of get in the action and feel really inspired and confident. I'd like you to think of 5 to 10 songs from your past that really, really, really were memory-based or event-based. You can press pause and do it now. You can do it later, or you could just write that down. Actually, now that I think about it, I'll make you a little sheet that will help kind of outline these categories. And if you'd like it, you could just download it. Okay. So the first one is 5 to 10 songs that are memory-based. The second one is songs 5 to 10 that you loved to sing. This is in the past, not right now, but something that you remember loving to sing. You might not even love to sing it anymore. It could be, a song that's nowhere in the genre you're singing right now. It might have been something you wrote. It could be something that you sang for somebody and it was special for them. But that's the second sort of playlist or category. So go ahead and either press pause and do that now, or write it down for later, or you can go to that link and have it organized there. All right. And the third one is nice and simple. It's the last one. It's basically a list of songs you love to listen to or have loved to listen to that you don't necessarily sing. You might hum, you might do partial, singing of the song, but it's not there because you love to sing it. It's there because you like to listen to it. And it might not even have words. So maybe it's a composition of sorts. So anything that just makes you feel something, and for that reason, you want to listen to it all the time. What I'd like you to do is just assemble those 3 lists. You can write them down. And I'd like you to make a little time every day and go to YouTube and search out some of these songs. Go to your playlists, listen to them on your drive, or maybe when you're going to get groceries. Go and sing some of those songs that you've got in your list and kind of go back and forth, because I think sometimes we forget that music has many different parts in our life. And when we're doing music for a living or we're trying to do it for a living, it can become something that is work versus joy and expression and feeling really, really good. So just take a moment to try and build out these playlists if you don't already have them. Take time every day. I would say 7 days in a row if you can, even if it's only 2 or 3 songs a day. Just listen to them, work your way through them. Even if you said, I'm going to do 1 song I've got on my playlist a day for 7 days. I just want this to be an experiment of like sparking something. And you might listen to it and go, oh, I like that. Then it's interesting. I've totally changed my interests. That's really cool to see that. Or, oh, wow, I used to work out to this. Man, I'm not working out anymore. Maybe if I just put music in my life, I'm going to work out a little bit more and enjoy it. Put my new tunes in there. Or perhaps, you're going to listen and you'll think of another song, and that song will lead to another song, and you'll find songs you want to cover or you just want to do for fun. At the end of it, what I hope you discover is that music at its very beginnings was not for business. It might have been the thing that excited you, like, I want to do that for my love of my life. I want to do that for my career. But still, it brought something to you that was so exciting. So if you can bring that back into your day, your week, your year, that is going to help facilitate this feeling of, the spark, that very beginning of things, even in the midst of doing all the other things you have to and want to do in order to go where you want to go. So that's just a little something you can try. I hope that you are always doing things that fulfill you, keep you in the zone of thriving. Everything that I like to put together is not about the 3 things you must do, or if you do this, this is not going to happen. I don't want it to be fear-based. I just want you to know, where are you at? How can you get to here? Let's take these steps. How can you thrive? What can we get you to make you feel like you are your best, because your best is the thing that's going to matter the most to you and to others. So thanks so much for listening. If you enjoy watching, please give us a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribing super, super, super helps. And I always have an e-news list if you're interested in being on that. Okay, take care, everybody. Have fun.